We're just shooting the intro on this. This is going to be a little bit weird, but just testing out. We got a Zune crane gimbal for the channel. I just want to see how it is. Did some B-roll at the beginning, and still, I need to learn the concept of B-roll, what's interesting to see and stuff like that. So I showed off some powder stuff and some of the truck as usual. Not really going to, not going to dive a bunch into that right now. This is just a update video, you know, the usual. I'm just trying to get some stuff midweek done and not have to film a big giant, you know, 40-minute video or something like that. I have a bunch of footage that's backed up. We have some stuff to unveil coming up soon that I'm just waiting because I want to have the right weather and time and, you know, stuff to get that out. But yeah, big things coming soon for the channel, and let's switch back to my normal handheld because I'm holding something that's like 12 inches tall and I'm used to holding something that... Never mind. Okay, so this is what we're actually talking about. It is a 3-axis gimbal. It's a Zune Crane 2, I believe. Nothing fancy. It's a somewhat cheap Amazon product, just so I can have some better quality content. I don't want to have that basic everybody has just slammed together clips and just junk. So I've been taking a lot of time trying to figure out my editing game situation. Figure out, you know, how to just make better content in general. Like I said, been in the works with a bunch of companies behind the scenes trying to figure out, you know, some stuff to unveil, we'll say. I don't want to give away too much, but we have a bunch of stuff coming soon. A lot sooner than later. Like I said, big truck. As usual, everything is fine and dandy. Last couple burnouts have been fantastic. Truck has been happy as a bird. I've basically just been cleaning the garage and getting a bunch of powder coat orders out the door. Like I said, I've just been doing a bunch of powder coating for the channel. You know, supplement some income for what YouTube is not paying. I mean, I'm at that 1,000 subscribers, but we need our watch hours to be a little bit better. Speaking of fact, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscription button down below. Leave me a like on this video, anything like that helps with the algorithm. But what I was saying was, Sportster Harley frame I'm doing there. Dirt bike stuff that I'm doing here. I think it's a Banshee actually, ATV. So lots and lots of goodies that we're getting done. Some stuff here that actually, let's see, I think it's one of these ones. Ooh. This one, doesn't matter that I just smacked these together because you're not gonna see it on camera. They came out like crap. They came out really, really bad. They look great from a distance, but in reality they have a bunch of like orange peel, and they have, one of them is really, really ugly and oh wait, I actually believe, yeah, I already cleaned that one back and got it back to, okay, so. Just over my head lately with how much powder coating stuff I'm doing. Like I said, just doing this for some supplementary income for the channel to keep us going in between projects and stuff like that. But today, we're just gonna mess with Wifey's truck a little bit. The other day, I had pushed this thing out so I had some space to access the oven, and got a bunch of water in the cab because, hi, yeah, it's not good. And I mean, it drained out real easy. That was the nice thing, but made me realize Wifey's truck needs rockers, inner and outer, and then this part of the cab repaired. So we want to clean up the interior so we can get down a bunch of the kill mat. We still have an entire box of that that's left over from the crew cab. So before I can do the kill mat, before I can go through, so I have all the kill mat hiding down there, and then I have all of the paint and primer and everything to do the floor. The only issue being I can't do all that with that nasty floor. So we're gonna start on some rust repair stuff. Did order a kit off eBay that should be here soon for rockers, inner and outer, some little odds and ends, but we need a tailgate to be able to finish this, and little odds and ends like that. But once we, what is it? Oh, okay. As I was saying before, my camera lens decided to try to rudely fall off. The screws were loose on the back of the camera that hold the actual flip up portion. No idea. That was a little bit scary. I just heard a little jiggly clicky noise as I'm walking. I'm like, well, touch the camera and it's like, and it falls. Almost a $600 accident, but we're okay. So, like I was saying, we have everything done back here. I need to do 2 shocks, which is no biggie. You just get out of the truck. You're an asshole, why were you in there? But can't really drive this around with this. So we're gonna clean this up, slap in a little patch panel there. That will let me start cleaning the interior up, which lets me mount the air where I want it and all that stuff. Still need to make a quick little panel to hold the air ride up. I don't really want to work on this thing with it sitting on the ground like this. So I guess we'll fire it up, we'll air it up, before I do that, I'm gonna move off these tank straps. And then I guess we cut out a little piece of a panel, some random scrap metal I have or something like that. Get the welder out here. It was pouring rain this morning and now it's all sunny, so utilize some of the sunshine and get some actual progress done for once, instead of just a whole bunch of talky, which we're already doing. Let this thing warm up since it's so loud and rattly. Air it up, and yeah, get back to you in a second. Walking into the garage, grab the tripod, so we're gonna want a decent little setup out here when we get this done. It's crazy how high this thing actually goes when you air it up. Gets up there pretty decently. Don't hear any leaks. Still dealing with a ton of vibration from this setup. Obviously none of the wires are, you know, loomed, attached to anything, grommeted, anything like that yet. And I have the clamps holding the ends of the brackets, no bolts. So I think that's where my vibration's coming from. Also the fact that I probably just need to weld this whole seam all the way across. Show you guys what I'm talking about here. I tacked it here and then I think I just went down and yeah, there's this gap. So I think that's actually vibrating, or slightly vibrating, when the compressors are running themselves. But everything works, everything's fantastically perfect. I mean, everything's working exactly how I want it to be. Which means, yeah, we need lights, a door latch, and to do some interior. And we can start driving this truck, taking it to the weekly shows and stuff like that. Speaking of which, there's a show tomorrow. I think I'm going to try and get Blue there. Maybe throw a little of that footage in if I haven't posted this video already. Yeah, just the little stuff during the week like this. Nothing major. Trying to unveil the bigger videos, you know, at a timely manner and not just throwing a ton of big content out. I felt like I did that the last week or so with Blue. The build was just, you know, here's wiring, here's VHX cluster, here's driving it, and, you know, maybe slow down and start tossing some in-between content in between the bigger videos. Just trying to do this a little better for you guys. You guys are, you know, great subscribers. Everybody's following along and we're actually going places. It's funny enough that a couple of the companies actually mentioned that they noticed I'm a newer channel and I'm going in a direction that they like, and things are moving along at a decent enough pace that they felt comfortable enough to jump on board and help out. But like I said, I don't want to dive into that too much yet. We're gonna have a whole video on all that. Now I'm just rambling. We need to take this guy, get this welder outside, and then dig into the pile of absurd messes. Probably something like that, or one of these Johnnies over here. Snag a piece of sheet metal from that. I'm thinking sooner than later we're gonna need a garage redo, and then a out shop redo, and then fab corner lots of redos. We're just constantly growing and evolving as a channel and pushing what we have. I mean, clearly we're a very budget-minded single car garage building channel, which a lot of people don't like. It's all I can do though. I don't have any better, so I'd love a shop one day, I'd love all that, but we deal with what we got, and with what we got today, it's a welder, it's a metal, so let's get to it. Because I'll never be able to, I almost choked on my soda right there, because I'll never be able to show you guys with one hand how to test fit this. We'll talk about that in a second, but really, Washington, it was just sunny a few minutes ago, and now look at that. It doesn't really show up on camera, but those clouds are white. Those clouds are definitely not white, and it just gets darker as it comes that way. So, and of course, I'm gonna be out back welding, getting rained on, my favorite. Like I said, I did mark it top, bottom, side. So come over here and I'll try, but it's just gonna fall because I got it. Oop, yep, see, I got it super precise. So this has a ruled edge. I didn't want it to sit on top, but I didn't want it to sit in, obviously, either. So I marked it top, bottom, side. But if I get it just right, it just kind of sits in the lip. I'm gonna have to take my word for it because, like I said, you need two hands. I have to push from the back and from the top to get it lined up just the way I want to. We got the welder out here. Go ahead and throw quick little time lapse. Just, you know, it's literally going to be a tack job. I know a lot of people hate tacks stacked on top of each other, but that's what you want to do with sheet metal in this case. If this was a bigger panel, I would go as far as bringing my air line out here with a little air, you know, little zapper, the blowgun, and I would, as I tacked it, I would cool each tack weld off. I'm not doing that because this is just, this will get probably a skim coat of filler at some point. I hate that we're gonna lose the cool old cracked patina, but we're starting to get a little bit of rust. That's, I want to take care of sooner than later. So get these holes filled.
That's what she said.
Get the stuff worked out, and then, I mean, let it cycle up and down a few more times. That was, I really like that footage, how that came out. So set up the tripod, get some welding going. We just want to talk about this little part. So, like I said, I would have had an air gun out here usually. That would have prevented that tiny bit of warpage. But this whole corner, all this is nice. You can almost not see the line. And I literally hit it with 3 files and a flapper disc for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. I don't know. I'll have to see what the camera says. But quick, simple, knocked out a little thing. Throw some primer on it here shortly, but nothing biggie. Like I was saying here, we have a bunch of stuff going on behind the cameras. I'm going to start digging back into that, which is the stock heater wiring / AC relay, all that stuff for the square body, which we need to figure out, because realistically it's cruise control, heater, and that's it. I'm an AC once, I would say summertime hits, but that's this summer, which is now, or should be, except for the fact that Washington is raining and but I'm not really worried about AC this summer. Next summer I want AC working 100%. This summer I could get away with just driving around and using the vent windows and stuff. It's now May, so it gives me what? May 28th. It is a Saturday, I was right. The Bubby Whip Show down in Redmond, Oregon at the, I think, Deschutes County Fair Center or something like that. Best of the West, I think it's called. They're going to be holding a dyno, raffles, prizes, stuff like that, and it's all big trucks. So maybe we drive this the 3.5 to 4 hours to Redmond. I'd really like to get the cruise control working before then, and little stuff. Powder coat that front bar. Dual steering stabilizer most likely, because if I want to drive 4 hours, I want it to drive a little bit better than it does. I mean, it drives okay. I just want a little bit better. So just that little bit of last stuff that we need to complete to make this thing perfect. But with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Throw me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think I should do next with this thing, or that thing, or I have some plans in the works. I'm just trying to unveil them slowly, like I said. So we're out of here for the day. Have a good one, you guys, for your weekend also. But Like, comment, subscribe. Hellojojoe builds. We're out of here.